But in all honesty, does there seem to be an epidemic of parents who are afraid to upset their kids? Do you have any friends, neighbors, or relatives who are afraid to upset their kids, and they will bend over backwards to make sure that kid never experiences any type of frustration or struggle? Bottom line, if we are not upsetting our kids from time to time by setting loving limits and enforcing those limits, we're setting them up for a lifetime of unhappiness. Because isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that sometimes we have to make our little kids pretty upset in the short term so that they can have happy and responsible lives in the long run? And I saw this little kid talk about a poster child for an upset kid. Albuquerque Airport, there I was, I'm waiting for my flight. And I hear her, I turn around, and she is the most beautiful little child. She's got this dark hair that's flowing and little bows in this little white dress and little black shiny shoes. And she sounds like this. I can't understand what the fit is about because it's in Spanish.
Kids with ADHD or autism want to be independent. Try Goalie, the visual scheduler that guides them through routines so you don't have to. Goalie, reinventing routines.
And then I see her parents and they're young and I'm thinking, ooh, they don't have much experience. They're going to blow it. I'm going to sneak up real close and listen to the whole thing and just relish in my superiority. Right? I can feel so good about somebody else's pain, right? And I sneak up there. And she's having a major fit. And right when I get up close enough to really hear what's going on, I see her parents. And are they frowning? No, they're smiling, and they look at her and they say this. Oh, pobrecita. Adios. And they walk away. And her eyes are the size of Frisbees. And she's having a major fit right there. And they walk down the concourse. Now, it's a small airport. The kid's safe. She's not going to get lost or stolen. Besides, who would steal a kid that was behaving that way, right? If I'm going to steal a kid, I'm going to steal a kid that's behaving well, right? Now they go and they sit down on these chairs down at the end of the concourse, and they can see her, but what are they doing? They're pretending like it's no sweat for them. They're talking and everything. And here she is. She's crawling down the concourse. Right then and there, 3 businessmen. They have suits on. They look like they're returning to their hometown of Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. They've got blonde hair. They look like their last names are probably things like Sigurdsson, Sorensen, Iverson. Right?
For families living with ADHD or autism, preventing meltdowns is everything. Goalie reduces stress by enabling kids to complete routines independently. Goalie, reinventing routines.
You think that kids are pretty sharp by the time they're 2 or 3 years old? You think they can learn quite a bit? You ever known somebody who didn't think they could learn as much as a family dog? Right? That kid gave me a lesson because as soon as she spotted those 3 men, she changed her fit from Spanish to English. And now she's doing this. Mommy, oh, Mommy, I'm so sad. Oh, boy. Well, she's crawling down the concourse having a fit. Now, have you ever seen, that poster? It's like the evolution of man, and it shows where, on all fours and then slowly getting more upright. That was her. Yeah, she's crawling down, and suddenly she's getting higher and higher, and by the time she gets down to her parents, what's her face look like? Oh, she's happy as anything. What do they say to her? Hola. And they grab her hand, and they walk away, and everybody's happy.